Yeah, we're going back to the airport, guys. My bag is gone. We lost his seat.
Hey y'all, so we just landed in Atlanta. Welcome to another vlog with the Hayes. We're in Atlanta. We're about to do some crazy stuff and we're taking you along with us. First things first, we're gonna do a podcast. I'm gonna do my very first podcast interview. Mike and I are gonna get on an interview. We brought Nolan with us because we wanted him to travel and see what we were doing, and we're gonna go to the aquarium. So come along with us. Mike and Nolan went off for a little bit, but we just landed. So we're about to go pick up the rental car and check into our hotel. Come along with us to the ATL. Welcome. All right, y'all, so got the car. This was a long experience, I ain't gonna lie. Atlanta Airport is a lot of work. So we're gonna head to the hotel, then try to get some dinner and maybe a Target trip because we lost the booster seat. That's a whole new story. So we just finished eating dinner at Bosch, y'all. I'll tell y'all, there was a whole 2-hour scenario when I went through a whirlwind of emotions, and we're gonna talk about that maybe tomorrow because I'm still like processing it. But I will have to say, service was amazing. Food was so good. I'm not gonna lie. If you're in the, Atlanta area, come in, whatever, I really recommend it. It was a really good vibe. They had, trap music? Is that trap music? What do you call it? Trap music? I don't know.
Rap. Just say rap music. They was playing T.I. and Jeezy. Young Jeezy.
Yep. I don't know the songs, but they were playing it. And they kept, it got a little vibe going on. And service was quick, which is important. And the food was hot and seasoned. Like the fried chicken. Like, you got fried chicken all the time, y'all, but this fried chicken was seasoned to the bone. I'm like, Mike, how they get it down to the inside? And I enjoyed myself.
The only thing is the burger was small.
Mike got a smash burger. Mike got a smash burger about the size of this.
Like half, not with no fingers, just like, straight the palm.
It's just the palm part, and it was flat. But whatever was in that little circle of flat was good.
It was damn near a slider.
No.
A little bit bigger than a slider, but it was good though. It was good.
And I had mac and cheese, and I'm not a mac and cheese buyer, and the mac and cheese was good. Like, it wasn't too much.
It wasn't like southern.
It wasn't baked. It wasn't southern, but I liked it because it was like a white cheddar. But nonetheless, after this evening or this day we have had traveling, y'all, this is a welcomed, so well needed win. We picked a good place and the food was actually good. Cause y'all,
everything else was wrong today.
Yeah, when you go out of town, you just go off of reviews or whatever the case is, and it's hit or miss because their judgment is different than yours. But shout out to whoever I found this from. I don't know who, somewhere in my research. This actually was a really good spot. And I think the owner was in the front. They were very nice and the server was awesome. So
real quick, look at this, y'all. Look at this chair.
What the dog doing?
We don't know
how to do it, and we can't figure it out.
Can't figure out the seat, so this is how we ride around with the seat in the back of her seat.
Why you have to show them that? That was not necessary. Today has been a whole day. Like, I have learned so much, and I'm about to go on my Amazon cart and go crazy because I need stuff. Yeah, man, we need tags and stuff.
And then we forgot his
What you forgot about him?
We ain't got his we lost his seat.
All right, bye, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I know y'all saw how I was looking, but I had a reason to. We arrived in Atlanta airport and picked up our rental car, and between picking up our rental car and getting in the rental car and leaving the airport, we left a whole suitcase and a backpack with all of Michael's travel electronics valuables, right? And The suitcase had all of Nolan's clothes in it. So between us figuring it out, which is when we figured it out, y'all, we had already checked into the hotel. We were unpacking the car to go to the hotel finally after like a 4-hour travel trip. Anywho, we went back to the airport looking for the bag, hoping for the best, and we met a sweet individual at the actual Enterprise counter in Atlanta. So one dude was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Instantly, as soon as we walked up and asked him, he's like, oh, I locked it up in the room. And then he went to go look for it and they moved it to Lost and Found. No problem. We went inside Lost and Found. Hey, you know, they said they moved a bag in here. Can we get our bag? One gentleman said, no, it's closed. It's after 5 and they left. Currently, y'all, it was 8 o'clock. And I was just like, it's the airport, right? People leave stuff, luggage all the time. Whatever. I don't take no for an answer for the first time. I'm sorry. I gotta talk to like 3-4 people. What's the second person? No. Customer service left. It's not gonna be. Oh, come back 8 o'clock in the morning, sir. I drove all the way back to the airport for my bag. I need my bag. You don't even care to be like, what if I had medication or something in there? You get what I'm saying? Went back outside, very defeated, very sad at that moment, to one more guy, the original guy that said he saw it. And he was like, nah, man, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go figure it out. And he radioed his manager, like literally maybe 60 seconds later, actually seeing them roll out with the bag. It was like the clouds opened up and it was like, oh. I was so happy. I cried a lot. I cried when I got it, when we lost it. I cried when they said they found it. But I learned a lot. Guess what? All of our luggage gonna get tagged. Gonna be tags everywhere, okay? Because I was saying, what if I would have had a tag on it to say, you know, the backpack, call us. You know what I'm saying? So all of our carry-ons, everything's gonna have a tag from now on, because you never know. Because traveling is stressful and things can happen. So shout out to that whole, the manager and the 2 guys that were on staff. They were so sweet. Moral of the story is, y'all, today is a better day. Thank goodness we found the stuff. I was just thinking all of the worst things that could possibly happen. I'm not gonna lie. But grateful for good, kind people. And yeah, there was a win for humanity at that moment for me. That's what I got from it. It was a win for humanity. So nonetheless, we are enjoying the day. We still have a full day today of things to do running around the city. We're gonna take you along with us.
When it comes to psychology, like the people out there who are struggling, I'm sure you guys have been in the situation where you're trying to figure out psychology. Like, what advice do you have to the newer traders who don't quite have their psychology right and too much emotion going on? Like, what advice do you have?
Make sure your position size is correct, and that will help you out.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make money, but you always got to remember how much you're going to lose. If you over position size and you can't handle them losses, tilts and all that will come.
Yeah.
Understanding that you're going to lose. Don't let nobody on the internet lie to you. You're going to lose. It's managing them losses and never entering a trade with more than you're willing to lose.
Mm-hmm. I always say there's a number that you're okay with losing. Mm-hmm. Like there's a number that won't keep you up at night. Mm-hmm. But if you go over that number, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
So understanding where that number is your comfort zone. That's your threshold. That's how much you're comfortable with losing. His loss number is different than mine because he is comfortable with a higher risk than I am.
Right.
Is his way right and mine wrong? No.
It's a personal preference.
It's just what works for us. Mm-hmm. I can never risk what he risks because that's just my trading will go out the window.
Right, because 100%. Like if you have, let's say, $1,000 account and you're putting 200 in. If you take a $200 loss, it don't matter. That's hurts for a $1,000 account.
100%.
You're losing 20% of your account.
Yes.
But here's the thing: you should never risk, and that's what I'm trying to learn. That's talking to myself right now. You should never take a full loss. Like once it gets to like 20%. So if you're putting 200 in, you're only really risking like $50,
$40.
$40 would be 20%, right?
Exactly.
Like 50 would be what, 25. So it's like you're only that's the risk. The risk is not what you put in.
There you go. A lot of people don't understand.
A lot of people say that. Like you get in the trade, like just whatever you get in with, that's what you're risking.
No.
It should not. That should not be the case.
No.
You should be only risking 20 to 25% maximum, right? Yep. If you're staying but see, I'm learning while I'm talking because I'm somebody who ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, but you should that should be your rule. That way you're not like ever risking that because you should never risk $200 in $1,000.
Absolutely. So I'll go into position size and be like, Oh, you put $10,000. I ain't risking $10,000.
Right.
I risk $3,000. I'm
Right.
risking 30%. I'm risking $3,000.
Max.
But if that thing go right, I'm making 8, 9, 10. You kind of what I'm saying?
Yeah, even if it's $5,000.
Even if it's
still
$5,000,
good.
that's still good.
Still a win.
Yeah.
But it's never what you.
It's
listen.
never your fault.
Our group, the way we teach, there's no way you're supposed to blow an account.
We
There's
don't
no
blow-
way.
we don't
You
do
know how
that.
long it's gonna take you to blow an
Like
account?
using y'all's strategy, you can't blow your account.
You shouldn't go never.
Unless you just go 50 red trades in a row. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
like
that's-
realistically, you couldn't blow your account.
No.
But that's only if. And here's the biggest thing on the psychology level. That's only if you respect that stop loss 100% of the time.
Yep.
If you like are like a 50-50, like, well, it's just a little now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, no, you gotta respect
Respect
it every
it.
time, and
Every
then you
time.
can't blow your account.
Yeah.
And if you only get 2 or 3 trades red, the most you could have lost was like 60% of those positions.
Yep.
You know, you might have lost $100 or you know, or whatever.
And then we put rules in place. Your confidence ladder.
Oh yeah.
Where
Confidence.
you take an L and it's like, I gotta make that money back.
Yeah,
So they
right now.
size up. We teach them, no, we're gonna stay the same or we're gonna lower position size.
Yeah.
Because the market might not listen. Your strategy every day is not gonna work. The market
There's
has,
no 100%
there's
strategy.
no. So today you could be off, right? So the goal isn't to the next trade isn't to double down and over position size to get that money back immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we teach in the sense of your next trade needs to be at the same size or lower position size.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
no way you're supposed to blow a account. Like no way.
No.
No way. Like you just go AWOL and do whatever you want to do, then that's on you. But that's not how we teach.
Say pitch it. Hey y'all, so we are here at Lenox Mall and I need to pop in really quickly. It's my best friend's birthday coming up and she had mentioned that she had like this fragrance, so we're here at Louis Vuitton to go pick it up really quickly since we're in town and it makes sense. So come along with us. Come on, Noni. Let's go smell some perfume. This hallway brings back a lot of memories. This was like, I think the first time we came to Atlanta, we came to like a conference and just randomly out of nowhere, a dude stopped us in this very same hallway and he was like a pastor, he was like a preacher, and he was just like, the Holy Spirit like told him to stop us because he saw something in us. This was before anything, before we had anything going on. And he was just like, I want to pray for y'all and I want to bless you with lunch money. We're like, no, 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 no. He's like, no, don't block my blessing. He literally said that. Give me your Cash App, I'm gonna Cash App you. And he like spoke a word over us and we received it. Like we could feel it in like our spirit. It was so on time. So y'all, it's so crazy. A lot of our good moments happen in the mall. The last time we met a cool dude was in the mall. Yeah, don't be scared to like let people, meet people, have that conversation, because it was such a blessing to like a random stranger. Like we're from out of town, he was out of town, and he was just like, I had to bless you. So anywho, this is where that all happened, like 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
It gotta be longer than that.
I
It
can't
gotta be
remember.
at least 5.
Maybe, I don't remember when. But I just remember this hallway was like a catalyst to us being able to keep going and doing what we're doing. So yeah, shout out to you, whoever you were back in the day. Thanks for letting the Holy Spirit use you and blessing us at that time. So yeah, this is sweet.
All right, let's go try to find
Let's
something
go
fun
find
for
something
Nolan.
fun.
So he want to do something fun. All right, y'all, so we're gonna close out this awesome trip to Atlanta with a wonderful flight
on Frontier Airlines. Yes, this will be the last time we're flying Frontier. If it's Frontier, we're not going. So let's just leave it there. But nonetheless, we had a really interesting flight. Made some good connections, had some good food, and our hotel stay was a great time. So the podcast was awesome. Shout out to Flo. We had a good time. Good dude. Good conversation. Thanks for giving us our first podcast interview. Can't wait for y'all to see that. But yeah, man, it was a good trip. It brought our little baby on with us. Had a lot of experiences, lots of memories. Now we're gonna head back home, thankfully. But all in all, our experience in Orlando for this trip was good. We did what we were supposed to do, and now we're gonna get back home and get back to the job. So hope you enjoyed this vlog. See you on the next one, and yeah, hope you have a blessed day, blessed week, blessed rest of the year. Bye.